A major shakeup for one of racing's biggest teams, plus Denny Hamlin has his Daytona 500 sponsor. Welcome back to the Breaking Bob channel. Hope y'all are doing well. It's going to be a sloppily edited video. I got to get out the door. Got a wedding in St. Louis this weekend. Congratulations to a longtime friend of the podcast and channel, Evan. If you are new here, though, hit that subscribe button. Always talking racing and NASCAR on a daily basis here. And if you haven't noticed yet, NASCAR's Tubi channel, a 24-hour network on the app Tubi, went live this week. Have you checked it out? I noticed a few races on there. I watched a little bit of the 2020 Clash, plus the earlier Bowman Gray ARCA race from, I think it was 2012, 2013. But regardless, I like to see NASCAR at least trending in the right direction. This is a streaming era. You have to have some sort of wall-to-wall coverage 24/7 in today's network and age. And you have, I know, SiriusXM Channel 80, but how many of the actual fans are listening to that day-to-day? It's a small percentage, so it's at least a step in the right direction. And Tubi is free and easily accessible for fans, so I'm interested to see how NASCAR treats it moving forward and what kind of broadcasting programs they put on there. But like I said, step in the right direction. It's at least something. We have, going back to the Speed Network days, I know my age plus older, you can remember that wall-to-wall coverage with all sorts of motorsports all the time. I yearn for the Speed channel back, but this is at least something. Moving on, it was announced that Denny Hamlin has his Daytona 500 sponsor locked in. Joe Gibbs Racing announced a 4-race partnership with National Debt Relief. They'll be the primary sponsor for the number 11 Camry of Denny Hamlin. They'll be sponsoring the Daytona 500 for Hamlin, plus the COTA Road Course race, the Coke 600, and the Fall Talladega playoff race. So some big races there. They'll be sponsoring Hamlin for some notable races in the 2025 season. And with Hamlin's hauler coming out and unveiled, it just looks blank without the FedEx scheme. I know he's piecing it together. You've got, I know, Interstate Batteries, Yahoo, Sport Clips, now National Debt Relief. There's probably one or two more out there. Maybe Mavis will come back eventually, but it just doesn't feel right without FedEx. And again, maybe it's the hauler layout. Maybe they'll update it eventually, but it just didn't look right. Anyway, moving forward is the main topic of today's video. Team Penske announced a major shakeup in their organization. A longtime face, a high-up face, is going to be stepping away from the day-to-day operations. Team Penske announced today that Tim Cindric has decided to step back as the overall day-to-day leader of Team Penske's racing programs. Tim will remain as the president of Team Penske's IndyCar efforts and have oversight to the team's racing archives and historical assets. Ron Ruzulski will continue as the managing director for the IndyCar team. Michael Nelson will remain as president of Team Penske's NASCAR program, and vice president of operations Jonathan Duguid will continue the role of managing director of Porsche Penske Motorsport. Both Nelson and Duguid will report directly to Roger Penske. Tim Cindric has been the president of racing operations at Penske for 25 years, going back to the year 2000. So this is a major shakeup in the Penske ladder. Cindric also released a statement, quote, "I have lived my dream job for the past 25 years as the overall leader of the Penske Racing organization. I've had the opportunity to work with some of the best people in the business while achieving many milestones together. I decided that I need to make a change that provides me with the flexibility I need at this stage of my career. I appreciate the understanding Roger has provided throughout our conversations. I'm confident this team will continue to succeed as we have proven leadership team in all areas." And you go to think back at the success that Team Penske overall has had the last few years, going back to IndyCar, back-to-back Indy 500 titles, NASCAR, 3 straight Cup championships between Joe Logano and Ryan Blaney, and back-to-back overall wins at the Daytona Rolex 24 Hours with Porsche Penske. So Penske has been on fire when it comes to the trophy room. They're going to have to expand their offices just for trophies if this trend continues. And I'm not saying Tim Cindric is the complete brains behind it, but as the president, he gets to reap all that success because it's under his watch. And not only that, the NASCAR side of things, of course, his son Austin Cindric is the driver of the flagship number 2 car for Penske's NASCAR team. And of course, fans are always quick to jump, well, there goes Austin Cindric's ride. You see it on social media right now. Well, this could be it. And yes, Austin Cindric's contract, I believe, is through 2025, so the timing could be there, but I don't understand why fans are so quick to jump to want to push these drivers out of these seats. You look at Alex Bowman, everyone's already jumping at him for 2026. Will he be in that Hendrick Motorsports 48? Looks like he might have some company with Austin Cindric being the chatter of the rumor mill. On one hand, I get it. He's compared to his teammates Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano, who are Cup Series champions the last few years. But Austin Cindric did have a win last year. He jump-started that whole summer hot streak for Penske at Gateway, albeit with Ryan Blaney running out of fuel on one lap. And Austin Cindric, when you really look at the data the last few years, he's getting better. If you even compare the playoff run in 2024 with champion Joe Logano, they didn't run that far off. It's just that Joe Logano had some timely breaks and wins. Austin Cindric just hasn't converted those into wins. But this is, again, going into his fourth full-time year in the Cup Series. Keep in mind, in 2021, the plan was originally for him to move on to the Wood Brothers 21. And then Brad Keselowski moved out of that 2-car for Penske and part ownership to RFK in that 6. And that is when it really just threw the entire Ford pipeline out of whack. Austin Cindric was pushed from the 21 into the 2, and Harrison Burton was pushed from Xfinity up into that 21 car for the Wood Brothers. And it just, for those guys, yes, it's a huge seat and results matter, but I think Austin Cindric is trending in the right direction. Let's see what he does in 2025. If he runs in the back and doesn't compare to his teammates, then maybe there is something to it. But I just hate that we as fans are always quick to go, oh, well, there goes Austin Cindric's ride. Dad's out, he's out. Give it some time. But am I crazy? Let me know your thoughts down below. Austin Cindric, his future with Penske. Of course, Tim Cindric stepping down as the president of day-to-day operations at Penske. Denny Hamlin's new sponsorship and how that fills out in NASCAR on Tubi. Are you watching that at all? Like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a ton here at Breaking Bob. Again, I won't have any coverage probably tomorrow night of the Clash qualifiers, but I'll be back Sunday night for the main event. Stay tuned for more here at Breaking Bob. Thanks for watching.